Hello.
Hello. How are you? It's been too long.
Yes, indeed. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Happy Thursday.
Yes. Hope you're all doing well and your Thursday as well, or your past couple of weeks have been well. We're just going to do a quick round table of everything and then just kind of chit chat for the rest of the show. Amps, get us started with what you've been up to.
Buckle up. It's gonna be a bit. It's been 2 weeks, and I did things. So
totally fine. Please.
Yeah. I say that because I'm never comfortable with talking about myself, so I'm trying to get out of that. But you know, I just feel like a narcissistic asshole. I don't like that. So, anyway, I rediscovered my love of shopping, and I'm gonna stand up for this, or at least try to. But I got a new shirt from Kohl's. Oh my god, I didn't realize how much I love going to Kohl's. I got this. Isn't it cute? Look at this shirt.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro!
I love that.
Start with me. Look at this shirt here.
Wait, I'm here for the penis.
That's awesome. You guys all mentioned. Oh my god.
Not even intending to do that.
And speaking of booze, I'm drinking this tonight. So it's really delicious. My dad just went to the store because we were doing stuff for Labor Day, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to the store. Do you want something?" I'm like, "Get some beer or something." So he picked up that, and it's I think it's called a Radler, which is a beer mixed with berries. So it has cherries, elderberries, and strawberries.
Okay.
And it tastes really good. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll go with this. So
you said it's a Radler?
It's spelled Radler.
Okay.
A Radler. So apparently it's like how the Vikings used to drink their beer with berries mixed in, which is neat. Sure, okay. I should look into that, but I'll probably forget about it. So, but yeah, I thought that was really cool. It tastes really nice. I also had my Angry Orchard, which I love. It's my go-to apple cider. So, love that stuff. I'm trying to think about what else happened because the last 3 weeks have been super busy for me because my best friend Kaylee, she was in town 3 weeks ago, and they used to live in Texas. They sold. Her and her fiance sold their house, so now they're just living on the road for now. He's a trucker. So they were visiting in town for a week. So she was oh yeah, we gotta do all this stuff. And her wedding's coming up in 2 years, so we're doing planning and whatnot, and all kinds of I was busy. I was much more busy than I ever was. And then Max and I had our 15th anniversary.
Okay, congratulations!
Thank you. That's when we first met. It's not the wedding one. The wedding one is in October. And you know what's really fucked up about that? Even though I planned the wedding, I still have trouble remembering the date. I don't know why. It's absolutely horrible. And I feel so terrible about it. I told Max about it.
That's me with the year and with Gore. And Gore's I can never get in trouble because Audrey never remembers the year we got married. Just never remembers.
I'm getting better with it. I think I know the year. I remember the year at least. I still forget the day. I have to ask you again. The day.
I forget the year. That's where I forget.
At least it was in 2018. It was October 2018. We're getting there. We have 2 things down. I just need the fucking date. I know, right? I feel so horrible. But anyway, after that was Max's birthday. So he's 31. Okay. I know, right? That was pretty nice. And I'm just trying to go through because there's a lot of changing things because me, I love fall. Inktober is coming up, and that's in October.
Anything fun for his birthday?
He just wanted something nice and quiet, so he just stayed at home, and he had his little gaming time. He also gamed with Monster Hunter Rise. There you go, with his best friend. I jumped in too. It was really fun. It's actually it's really therapeutic in a way because I forget that technology is amazing sometimes, and that you can just jump online and play with friends and have oodles of fun. It was fantastic. I love it. And we just got Sonic, and instead of a cake, we got him those Edwards pies that you can just buy from the store. We just bought one of those because he was like, like, oh, I miss those chocolate pies that you get from Burger King, and they're like very similar. So I was just like, you know what? Instead of a cake, since his teeth are all weird anyway and like very sensitive to sugar and stuff, I just got him just one of those Edwards chocolate cream pies, and he was like, that was like the best thing ever. Yeah. No, he finished the whole thing. No leftovers, which is fantastic. I was so happy with that.
Awesome.
I know. Thank you. And yeah, I mentioned Inktober. Inktober, yeah, it's gonna be in October, but I'm planning for it now. So going through this it's like a prompt per day that you just draw something out. And I've been doing that in the past to help keep me accountable for myself and draw more, which has helped out a lot. So I'm thinking about that. And then, oh my God, I got crocheted so many things. So, so when it comes to crochet, oh man, I crochet so much faster than I knit. And I made this in like a few days. But look how massive this thing is. There you go.
Oh, wow.
That's
oh my goodness.
I know. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
This is a shawl, so like I used up like 5 balls of yarn for it. And look at it. It is so pretty. Can you see the creepy faces? Do you want to know what this thing is called?
What?
This thing is called the Lost Souls shawl.
Oh my God.
I know.
I love it.
Isn't it fantastic? I love this so much. Yeah, so I made that.
Do like a close up of one of the faces. Like try to pull up a little close up one of them.
Oh, I can see them now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have.
Okay, that's cool.
Skull, right?
I have a better example because my best friend that was in town, she wants one of those shawls made for her wedding to wear at. So I got the first skein of yarn in for her shawl, and with this one you can see the faces a lot better. There you go.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, isn't it creepy?
I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
So I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be like, because her wedding is until like 2023, but that's gonna be like a project for me because the skeins of yarn that she wants are $28 each.
Oh my God,
that's a lot of yarn, and I need 6 more. I need 6 more. And I'm just
no.
I don't have that much money right now. This needs to be spaced out. So but yeah, I made this in like a day. I'm not even kidding. I made this in a day, less than a day.
That's cool.
Man,
yeah, so like
craziness.
You definitely need to teach me.
Yeah, of course, I will definitely teach you. Yeah, crochet is so much quicker for me. I like this thing, the massive one. I made that in like I'd say total like 2.5, 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah, it was just like I just kept on going, and it was super quick. But meanwhile, because I have this guy too. Oh no, the needle came out.
Oh no.
No, hang on. We're going to do surgery here. Here you go. This thing has taken me months, and it's only that long. It's taken me months. Months. It looks pretty. It feels fantastic, but it's taken me months. Months. And like that Celtic wedding blanket I showed you guys that I'm doing for Chan, I started that in March.
Oh my God.
It's still not done. It's gorgeous, but oh my God, it takes so long. Like I do like a few rows, and I only got like not even an inch done. Like
because it's so tightly knit with each other.
But I love it though. And this is what got me back into fiber arts is knitting. So I can't knock it. I'm just, So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, like there's also like I'm trying to do doodles every day. I mean, I guess since we're mainly have Transformers fans in our audience, I'll show this off. I did this yesterday. And apparently my husband thinks it's amazing, but I did that. That was a little doodle of Grimlock.
My God. I love that. That is Nick's like favorite Transformer.
He's starting to become mine too. I love it. But you know what I hate? You know what I really hate? I hate that the design is not consistent. Like I tried using like one reference photo and I was like, all right, this is cool, but I can't really see his chest or, like his arms are in the way. So I like, let's try looking at another picture. The details are different.
Oh, I can't even buy the man a Grimlock. I bought him a long time ago when we first started getting back into Transformers. I was like, oh, I'll be the good little wifey. I'll buy him a Grimlock. I bought him a Grimlock, and he's like, thank you, honey. Please don't buy me any more Transformers unless I tell you what it is. I'm like, okay.
I totally understand.
I don't even attempt to buy anything.
It was like the wrong line or something, or it was like, it was the comic, not the cartoon, or vice versa. I don't remember, but it was like,
oh, I know.
Thank you, please don't. But I will say every time we go, Cal and I go birthday or Christmas or whatever gift shopping for Cal, he wants to buy him a Transformer. He picks one out, and Nick loves it no matter what it is. So props to him for that.
Get him no, get him. Oh, there's rescue bots. Please, please, please go into like the kids section of the store, like for like 3 and 4 year olds. Get him one of those. Yes. Please do. They're so adorable, though.
They really are, actually. Oh my god!
Bots. Like, have you seen rescue bots? Like, they're actually like really cute and really good. So
they are. They're adorable, actually. So yeah, I might actually do that. That'd be fun.
Or the gimmicky ones, like the Transformers that like transform in like one step. Like they have like a button somewhere, and you just press it. And you just go,
yeah.
Get them one of those. Yes.
If I do, I will film reaction.
Please do. Yes. I have a feeling he's gonna be like that kid, on when Vine was still around before it died. The kid was like an avocado.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, just being like super happy. No, when it comes to that, what I do is I'll get like little toys that come from like Kinder Egg things and stuff of that nature. I'll get those and then I hide them in Gort's like cabinets of toys and see how long it takes for him to find out that I added something in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're small, so I hide them in between like all the toys and stuff. And just one day he'll look at the shelf and he's like, "What?" One of them I didn't even know was there. It was like there for at least a good solid 3 to 4 months, and I was all like, "You don't even look at yourself at all, do you?"
Awesome. What you should do, you should go onto Amazon and get the Chinese knockoff little Pokemon collectibles. They're fantastic. They look so horrible and so inaccurate. It's like a set of like 100 or more for like $20 or less or something like that. Something like ridiculous. Like get those and then just put them everywhere and just wait. I need to see this. I need to hear about this.
Just hand them a Pokeball and say, "Here you go."
Or like a really like poorly malformed Pikachu. Like just there you go. I think that's all for me, basically. I still have more because I'm a train that keeps on going. But let's go next.
No,
can I have some of her energy? Seriously, like, can I have some of it? Just a little bit.
You're the reason why I haven't seen you in weeks. You're the reason why this energy exists today. Blame yourself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been completely just AWOL. My job that I had was slowly but surely trying to kill me. We were so short-staffed that like every day I'd come home and I'd face plant. I mean, I could barely talk to my husband and my son, let alone come on and be social. I couldn't do it. It was driving me nuts because I love to do this, and I was so unhappy. And then this is the best part. One of the girls I work with, technician, she's awesome, absolutely love her. She announces she's quitting. She found a new job. She tells me the name of the hospital and tells me the name of her boss. I'm like, oh, I know that name. Turns out the owner and I are both in a Facebook group for mothers that are veterinarians.
Okay.
So I messaged her and I was like, hey, you're going to love Ashley. She's absolutely fantastic. She's a great tech. This is going to be, just talking my girl up, and she messaged me back, oh, thanks so much. We're really excited to have her. By the way, are you looking for a job?
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, at that point, I was kind of already putting some feelers out. I was getting I was saying yes to recruitment emails to be like, yeah, I'll talk to you. Because I get a lot of recruiter emails on the regular, and most of the time I'm just like, thank you, but no, thank you. Well, I had started going, yeah, let's talk. But then she was like, are you looking for a job? And I was like, well, let's talk. And I went up, loved them, got an offer, countered, they accepted. I was like,
very good.
Okay. And next thing I know, I had a new job, so I put a notice in, and we're still short-staffed as hell, like short-staffed.
That's unfortunate, man.
Day I left, I only had one person that was assigned to help me, and she'd been in the field for less than a year.
Oh my god!
So that's not a good combo. I mean, she's a sweetheart. I love her, but oh my god, the culture of that clinic is fast, more. And I gotta stop talking with my hands. I'm shaking the whole camera. Sorry.
It's okay.
This is a laptop. It's on my lap, so every time I'd like move, it goes. Sorry.
It's okay.
But they came to me. They're like, we're really short-staffed, and you're really happy about starting your new job, and we don't like that. And you're complaining about being short-staffed. I'm like, well, we are. They're like, well, we don't like it, even though everyone was complaining about it. So they're like, you want to, start your, end your notice early and leave. I'm like, sure, if you want to pay out my notice. They're like, well, we don't want to do that. I said, yeah, you do, or we got a problem. I had done nothing. Like, I had given tons of notice. I did everything right. I had done nothing wrong or whatever. I just basically pissed management off because I put my notice in. And they're like, okay. So I left early and they paid out my notice and I got 3 weeks off. Paid off. So
it's important to be able to take that time also to detox yourself from the old job too before going to the new one.
That's a nice luxury.
Yeah, it's been epic. The first week I don't think I put a bra on the entire first week.
Yes.
I stayed home.
Let them be free.
Oh, it felt so good, girl. I can't even begin to tell you. But I just relaxed. I read. I puttered. I played games. I just did whatever I wanted. Second week I was more productive, and this week, this is the end of it. I start my new job on Monday. But I slowly but surely kind of got a little bit more productive, but I did some cooking. I actually did a lot of cooking. I did a bunch of baking. I've relaxed, and it's felt so good to just be. Because the original plan was to end my old job and then start my new job like the next Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was only going to have a weekend off. So this was epic, and I think they realized they kind of had to pay me out because I didn't do anything wrong. I put in tons of notice, and it was just. Yeah. They needed me out because they were so short-staffed that they literally couldn't keep me. But here's the fun part. One of the tech, obviously the place I'm going, that girl Ashley I mentioned, she's there. One of the techs I worked with, very nice guy named Reese. When I told him I was leaving, he's like, "Where you going?" I told him he applied and got a job there.
Oh, there you go.
and two other technicians that I worked with tried to follow me as well.
Yeah. I mean, that only just says about what they're doing, and we'll see what happens with them, I guess.
Yeah, they're gone. The one girl that didn't get hired, but tried to follow me, she already put her notice and she's leaving. And the other girl I know is going to leave as soon as she gets some dental work done because she, has met her deductible and all that, and she needs to get a bunch of dental stuff done. She's like, I need the dental insurance to get this done sooner rather than later. But it felt really good that people followed me or tried to follow me. That's
yeah. This sounds unfortunate to me because you're a veterinarian, and that just tells me that they've been constantly short-staffed. That means that the quality of service it suffers a bit too. So that I feel sad about the animals. Really.
That's actually one of the reasons I wanted to leave, because they're pushing us to do more with less time, less resources, less people. And I'm like, no. I said, I'm like, this is unacceptable to me because I'm not a robot.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor. I'm not a robot. Damn it, Jim.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
Exactly. So demanding me to do more with less. I'm like, no, this isn't safe. I value my license. I'm gone. Peace out. I'm done. But I gave them tons of notice, and then they realized they literally didn't have the staff to support me. So they're like, you kind of have to go now. We don't have enough people.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled. I was like, I was a little upset because they kind of were just it happened very abruptly. It was really abrupt, but I'm like, you know, if you guys had called me up and said, hey, can you work this last day, and you know, made it a little less abrupt, but honestly, I'm glad to be gone. I'm glad to get away from the toxicity. I'm glad to get away from that new management that really just didn't know how to talk to people. And here's the funny part. You guys want to laugh?
Sure.
My direct boss, who I really, you know, when she showed up, I started having issues with her. Like, she doesn't know how to talk to people. She really just, like, really didn't know how to talk to people. It's I can't describe it real well, but like, she made you feel like a microbe. You know, like, she talked down to you, very condescending. I'm like, we're colleagues. Don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Yeah, we're adults. We're adults here.
She found me. She admitted to me that the reason why she had trouble talking to me is because I scare her.
Wow.
And I'm like, how do I scare you? She's like, you're very tall.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I talk with my hands, and she found that intimidating. I'm like, excuse me? You talk to me like that? You talk to me in such a horrific way because I'm tall?
Yeah. That's such a like you can control that, first of all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I talk with my hands. I don't know why, but I do. But even that is just like I'm doing here. It's like just minor, you know, it's nothing. Yeah. I'm not like, you know, it's very.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, okay, pay me out my notice. I'm gone. Thank you. Bye.
It made me think, because maybe it's the same thing for me with the other bosses that have been condescending to me or just like assholes to me. Like, maybe I intimidated them. Maybe that was it. It was just like a fear response, and they were just like, "What do I do?"
Who knows? I mean, I've had people be intimidated by me when they first meet me because I'm tall, I'm broad, I'm not a small woman. But after like they get to know me, it's like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. Yeah. So it's never actually been a persistent problem, but apparently for her it was a problem. And then she put it in writing that she found me scary, and then, you know, I was like, okay, whatever. So so weird, but you know what? It worked out great. I mean, literally, the staff left to the point where they're like, all right, you already put notice in, go. And the funny thing was them trying not to pay me out. I'm like, you kind of have to, because I kind of gave plenty of notice. And then about 3 days later, the payout arrived in my account, and I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So yeah, it's been relaxing. Like, I couldn't. The amount of stress I realized I was carrying was insane. Like, absolutely insane. So when that went away, it was just like, okay, thank you. Oh,
it's gotta be very nice.
Oh, it's been good. And the only other major stuff is the Sprout, who is now basically my height, started 8th grade.
Oh my God! I saw pictures of him. He's becoming like a person. Like, I don't. It's so insane.
He is. Yeah, he has his own Facebook account now. He has friends that he talks to for 2 to 3 hours a night on the phone. So I'm thrilled because, like, you know, I'm happy that
socializing is such an important thing, especially with this pandemic. It's so hard for them, especially being able to do in person, that they have to rely on those other things. I used to do that all the time in high school too. So
yeah, me too. I'd come home, I'd pop on the phone with friends that like I didn't see necessarily during the day, or I only saw here and there. So it's been awesome. Nick's been started. He is now a game master at the local game shop.
Okay.
He's running a vampire game.
Okay.
Oh my God, that sounds fun.
Oh, it is. It's actually a ton of fun. I used to play with him when we first got together. So, you know, 20 odd years ago. But he's actually going to run that game and probably a couple more. And yeah, so that's been good. So life's gotten good, and I'm so happy. And it's like, knock wood, please don't change. I'm enjoying it. I always have that feeling of like, I always have that feeling of like waiting for the other shoe to drop. So I'm like, knock wood, knock wood.
Yeah. Well, no, you got to keep it positive. Don't think that something is going to happen. Just keep it positive. Good things are happening. You worked hard for it. It's not like it fell in your lap. You worked hard for it. and you had great opportunity that you jumped upon, and then now
Yeah.
this is only going to lead to better things and more opportunities.
Fingers crossed. So what about you? What's new with you?
Well, I'll be the downer of the conversation.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
In the past, I think I've mentioned back in May, I was hospitalized. What they had said is a panic attack, but I have panic attacks. I know when the anxiety comes and whatnot from it, but I have yet to still feel good since then. And so I've been a lot more of the advocating for myself, doctor visits and stuff of that nature. And over the past 2 weeks, last Thursday, I had visited a neurologist to address my migraines and the nerve pain that I have been having. And so I ordered a bunch of blood work, and now I have to schedule an MRI and get a biopsy done on my muscles to see if there is actual nerve damage or if it's something else from it. So it's kind of like they keep telling me there's nothing wrong with me, but I don't feel.
If you don't feel well, then there's something wrong.
That's what I'm saying. It's a matter of just a struggle that finding what is wrong.
Okay.
Who is that? Hearing that? No. You hear that?
I hear it, but I don't know what it's from.
There's a UMs. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
Okay. No.
What are you hearing?
Anyway, it's like some kind of background sound or something of that nature. It's okay. It's gone down a little bit. Whatever. It was.
Okay.
Anywho. So yeah, that's been kind of most of my kind of situation has just been slowly working on all that type of stuff, and it's kind of just waiting time out because I can only do it during work schedule type stuff, and we're just having like lower staffing, so it's a little harder to mess with it. I'm sure if I really asked, they would give me the time off to do it, but I don't really want to put them at a disadvantage too, so I'm just kind of waiting it out from there. But outside of that, Wobbles, I have talked about that. She has a couple of problems as well, although I'm not really going to be doing anything. We just decided to kind of just wait out and see what happens with the 6-month checkup, kind of see if any of that persists from there, maybe do anything from it. But she's been seeming fine. You can see her in the background. She's just laying there. I don't know if you can see her.
So, I see her. I see that loaf.
Yeah, so she's just whatnot from it. So she's been fine for the most part, but hopefully nothing bad going on with it. So we've just been kind of keeping an eye on her for that. The cats have been fine. Outside of that, there's conventions coming up, New York Comic Con in October, although I had injured my back recently, which is also part of the nerve pain. So unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable sewing because I have to sit and really focus on that and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make costumes in time for it. So that's the only downfall of anything I would probably say with it. As I said, sorry. A lot of negativity on there. I don't really have anything super positive to say outside of, I've been buying pins as usual. Keep me happy. I need to still need to sell the other ones, but I've been so distracted with everything else that I haven't had the time to sit down and really focus on that, because I know with the pin selling trading community, you have to be kind of like quick on responding and all that type of stuff, and it's like I just really can't even commit to focusing on that quite the same way. I'm sure the boys understand with reselling their Transformers. If they don't respond right away, you're ignoring me, or I don't want it anymore, I didn't receive it, what do you mean you didn't deliver it tomorrow morning type stuff, like your life is not selling me this toy.
That's Max day in and day out from sun up to sundown, and even like he'll wake up in the middle of the night with shit like that too. I get that every day. So I understand.
I bought pins off of people, like not the businesses, but the individual side of it. I never really rush or do any of that stuff because I understand people have lives outside of it. They'll be like, okay, I have this and I'm going to send it this exact day, and I'm all like, wow, they must. Because of how often they're doing it, I'm sure they get such negative feedback. It makes me scared to like start doing it, like sell this stuff. I'm like, I can only do it certain days, so I have to make sure, like, whenever I make my posts, of like I can only ship it out on Thursdays and Fridays. So please be patient, or don't buy from me until Wednesday. Like, I don't know.
It's okay. It sounds like at least there's progress to things that have been happening, regardless if they're positive or negative. It sounds like at least things are going in a direction. You're not like in this sort of weird, like waiting. Well, you are in a waiting state, but not as much as before. That's all I would like to say. So
I was trying to when the first incident happened and everyone was telling me it was a panic attack first. It was like, okay, I'll trust that maybe it's an extreme one. Maybe my anxiety and whatnot has gotten to a point that I'm out of control of it. But nothing had changed, and it was just the same thing over again. I was like, it's not this, and I still have the symptoms that the other thing that caused the incident for. So let's kind of figure what this out. So now I know what the feeling is, and I'm not going to die from it immediately. When the first time it happened, I did not think that. Like I felt like I was having a heart attack or a stroke, and it did not feel good. But
well, if you need a medical translation at any point, let me know.
I would appreciate it, definitely, for sure. But that's probably the only thing that I could probably say is that, and it's the same thing that I get from all you ladies and as well as other people in the community and just people in my life. It's just like, you do have to advocate for yourself. And it can be hard because I'm not feeling the symptom and I have to try to remember. And that's, I think, some of my own, probably a symptom in a sense, is that I don't remember these things because one of my issues is migraines that I'm going for. And it's like my head is in such pain that I can't even describe what that pain is. Sometimes it's just like migraine. That's it. Like, hurts, can't focus, can't sleep, can't do nothing. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope they find an answer for you so you can get like the proper treatment and figure out what's going on. And
I hope so too, because it sucks.
I'm sorry.
But, but anywho, sorry, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer on it.
It's okay.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's part of life.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I mean, crap. When I had my scare with all this, I was like, guys, ladies.
Yeah.
And
he didn't have an answer because he had to wait for biopsies, or the first doctor or something didn't say anything.
Oh, well, it turns out. Well, I had a mammogram. They find scary thing. Mm-hmm. Go have another mammogram. They're like, okay, it's probably this type of scary thing. I'm like, Go to surgeon. She's like, okay, we need a biopsy. Go get the biopsy, and it turns out it was a cyst, and they ruptured it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And it went away.
Yeah.
Confirmed on imaging, it went away. Mm-hmm. So it was actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Because benign, yay. But holy crap, that.
Yeah, the pain, which doesn't, once again, you're in pain, you don't know what it is. And of course, sometimes they give you the worst case scenario. It's like, okay, well, I'm just dying over here. It's cool.
Yeah, but thank God it literally turned out to be a cyst. It completely ruptured, completely went away for now. And now I know what it is. Like if it comes back in that same spot and feels the same way. But when that ruptured, I mean, I thought it hurt bad before it ruptured. After it ruptured,
yeah.
It felt like somebody
it felt like somebody,
right? Yeah, it felt like I got stabbed in the boob with a butcher knife. I'm like, okay, this sucks.
Oh, man.
Not cancer. So
yes.
That's good.
But unfortunately, my aunt, that I still have, because I lost my Aunt Peg this year.
Yeah.
And my Aunt Marianne, I feel so bad for her. She loses her sister, her favorite sister, which leaves her with only my mother, which we all know if anyone's following.
Gross.
Yeah, not so good. She actually got diagnosed with breast cancer.
It sucks.
So, but she had a lumpectomy, and they think they got it all. She's going to do a short course of radiation, and they think she'll be cured. So
now, lumpectomy, is that just removing all the tissue type? I don't know the proper term.
Oh no, it's okay. A lumpectomy is just removing the actual tumor and then some tissue around it.
Okay, so in case it may have spread or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas a mastectomy would be removing the entire.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, but hers was small. It was isolated, so they were able to just do a lumpectomy, take it out, and it came back. The margins came back clean, which is huge because that means it hasn't spread. So
hopefully it stays that way too. Because
fingers crossed.
Well, I'll share a story. I didn't share this at the time because when it comes to sharing personal stories, like even with my close friends, I'm still kind of weird about it. I'm trying to get better about it. But back in June, and here's the fucked up thing, because June's supposed to be a good month for me because that's my birthday month. But for some reason now it's going to be just a fucked up month. Like that was the month my mother-in-law died, and now like I had a friend die of cancer, like in June. I know. Aww. So, and she had the very rare form of cancer. It was like something to do with wasn't ovarian, but it was like, I think it had something to do with the vulva or that type of area right there.
Okay.
So So not to share too many details, they thought she was in remission. They went back and checked, and turns out she wasn't.
Aww.
And her condition deteriorated so rapidly, she passed away. So it was very sad. And she was younger.
Sorry.
She was 25.
Oh.
It was really horrible.
So young.
I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So hooray, depression. That was the thing. So I tried to deal with that and learn some things about myself, and it was kind of fucked up in a way, but I guess it is what it is, because I kind of felt the same way I did when Max's mother died. And she died in 2008. Like, I didn't know these people for too long.
Oh
no!
But
lost you. I'm sorry.
Huh? What? When?
Last thing we heard was mother-in-law passed away in 2008.
Yes. Oh,
yep.
What happened? What is audio? No. But it just felt. I feel like I don't get to know these people for too long, because I only knew her for like 2 years. My mother-in-law, my friend that passed, I only knew her for like a couple days. Like I knew of her, but I only like got to spend time with her for like once or twice, like here and again. And that's when she had cancer and she was going through treatment. And then they died, and I'm just like, I kind of feel like, like, why am I here? Like, why am I here at their funeral or their wake? And I don't feel like I deserve to be here. But I think at that point, it doesn't matter how much time you spend with someone. It just matters the impact they've had on your life, and vice versa. So that was kind of nice in a way. But yeah, a little story time there. I didn't mean to keep it from you guys, but I just didn't know how to talk about it. And I don't know, talking about stuff like that, at least for me, sounds selfish at first. Like, boo-hoo, poor me. But it's a very legitimate thing to go through. So I'm like trying to get better with that. A lot of things I need to like work on. So, and that's one of them. But yeah, I understand that cancer can be a very scary thing. And for me, it became a really realistic thing too, that it could just take someone away that quickly too. So I hope for the best for.
It can easily be both. It can be quick and it can be slow. It's one of those that is so unpredictable on what it is. And even if it's slow, it could sometimes be so difficult to watch. Like a couple years back, I had lost my grandfather to like a cancer in the bladder. I don't know the proper term. I'm sorry, bad with technology. Oh, not technology, terminology.
It's okay.
But he had it for years. He kept trying to, get it taken care of and all that type of stuff. And then by the end, he just like withered away. Like he used to be a bigger guy, and then he was skin and bones. And it's almost hard to see that. And I could feel you on dealing with it, because I think each person deals with grief in different ways and whatnot. And I think that that's a great thing that you could still remember your friend, even with the little amount of time that you had with her, that it still had the impact on you, whether it just be even the moments that you share, or even if it's any kind of thought of things to check for your own health, in the sense for what had happened with her, because I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, not making light of it, didn't know that was a potential thing to have to worry about. But
yeah, well, at least one good memory I have from the time I knew her, I made her a Transformers hat. It had she really loved. So I did. What? Am I muted again? What's happening?
No. Okay. She really loved who?
Ratchet. The character Ratchet.
Ratchet.
Am I dipping in and out? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening to my audio?
Kate, I don't even hear you now. Oh wait, you accidentally muted. Wait.
I hit the button. Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
You're like freezing for like a second. It's weird. It's like you're there, and then you like freeze for a second. And normally I'm the one who does that, so I feel good it's happening for once.
I don't know what's happening today. I'm connected to a good router too. Okay. Well, bear with me. I'm sorry, guys, in advance.
No worries.
Just let me know.
We'll ask if we don't understand.
Okay.
But she like Ratchet was her favorite character in a hat.
So her favorite Transformers character was Ratchet, and his main colors were white and red. So I made a hat like I made for your hubby, Kat.
Yep.
Just a normal little beanie with a like a logo motif on the front, and it was the Autobot symbol. So it's just a white hat with a red Autobot symbol, and her husband took a picture of her smiling from ear to ear with that hat on her head, and that's like the best picture / memory I have of her, and I'm glad I get to have that. So it's super nice. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I know, right?
Absolutely awesome.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll get off the sad topic.
I told you, I'm the one that got started it with the downer type stuff.
It's okay.
This. I can't help it. I kept most of it to myself just because I'm just dealing with it, and it was just kind of like.
Well, yeah, you see why like I usually do that because I'm just like I don't want to be a downer. I don't want to go like, oh hey guys, how's it going? Shit sucks, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So
whereas I'm like, it helps me to be like, I need my friends, and this is what's going on. Just long distance virtual hug, it like helps me a ton. So everyone, it's just it's normal for you. It's normal for me. It's everyone has different ways of processing things. It's all completely normal.
It probably has to do with our signs in particular. I've been chatting with Melissa. She's been in Mexico, so we've been sending memes and stuff to each other. And I found that, as always, I always look at random Aquarius ones. And like the Aquarius one is just like, I want to be by myself, but I don't want to be, I don't like feeling lonely. It's like all those like I want to be left alone, but I don't want to be lonely. It's like, all these type of things. And like, that's one of them is that they're like cold-hearted, they're by themselves, they don't want you to be, they don't want you to bother them, but they'll help you whenever you ask or that type of stuff. And it's like, this is me. So like, I don't want anyone to help me. I want you to leave me the fuck alone, but I'll help you if you just ask me. That's fine. I'll be there for you. No problem type situation.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a cancer thing. Well, here's the fucked up thing. Cause my sign is Cancer. And we're talking about, great.
Different style type stuff. It's not meant for that. It's just a term for it.
I'm a crab. There you go.
Yeah.
I live in Maryland and I'm a crab. How is that? No, that's not okay. No. But me, I'm like really into dark humor. Like, oh yeah, the forests are on fire. Woo! Like shit like that. So I totally get that. So I'll look at shit like that. But I realize like some of my humor I can't really like share with other people because then they'll actually like take it seriously and go, oh my God. Like, are you okay? I'm like, well, no, but also yes.
Well, that's where like dark comedy comes from. It's just it's fucked up humor. In that sense, it's like, no, I won't even bring that topic. But like a common joke that is there that is very inappropriate to kind of bring up type situation. But there's a lot of that style comedy.
Dark humor is normal, especially if you work in like healthcare in any flavor.
Yes.
Oh my God.
My ex was a nurse, and the things that he told me from it was like they would be in the ER, and the ER is a hard thing to deal with because you're seeing the trauma in like the worst form versus being like a normal nurse. You're seeing people maybe like in bad times or whatnot, but ER, it's like emergency, solve the problem. Yes. And they would do or think mess up things. Essentially, whoever they were helping wasn't a person. It's kind of what they God.
Yeah. When I worked veterinary ER for 10 years. The shit we would say. Like if anyone heard us, like if a civilian heard.
Yeah.
But it's coping mechanism.
Yes.
If you can't find humor in a dark situation, it'll just make you cry. But if you're dealing with nothing but dark situations, you have to adapt and find humor in it. Otherwise, you lose yourself. Like doing CPR, somebody would be singing "Staying Alive."
Yeah.
For two reasons. One, because the lyrics are funny, but for the actual primary reason is the beat of the song is the beat of CPR.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so useful though.
Yeah, it actually
is and useful.
It is, but
I'm so sorry.
CPR also doesn't tend to work. So it's you.
Don't you end up just breaking their rib cage?
I have broken many a rib.
Ooh, oh goodness! But did you save lives though? Did you save them at least?
One or two,
or at least most of the time.
Yeah. No, that was it. She said one or two. That's not most of the time.
I'm sorry.
No, it's rate of CPR if they come in, and this is for animals. I do not know the human statistic.
Yeah.
I know the animal statistic. If you come in and you are in need of CPR, your chances of it working are about 5%. The chances of you then leaving the hospital are about 2%.
Okay.
So,
oh my God.
Yeah, but now my most successful CPRs are ones that are controlled situations, like an anesthetic issue, and they're kind of like going, and it's like, okay.
So you just need to bring it back
okay.
real quick type situation.
Yeah.
Versus
Those-
like they're choking or they're having a heart attack situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. If they come in and they're already like
Gone,
you're not getting them back.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to use a defib on an animal?
Yes.
Ooh.
I actually. Now the funny thing is, I have not used it externally. I have used internal paddles.
Internally?
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know you can, but yeah, wow.
Yeah, had this Mastiff that went up and coded. It was a post-op patient. I was watching it for the surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
Dog just up and coded for no apparent reason. So we drag his ass onto the nearest CPR capable table, which was fun because he was a massive
dog. Yeah.
Get him up on the table, and we're trying. And the owners, we call the owners, and they want us to do everything because normally we stop before we do the internal.
Yeah.
And the owner's like, no, keep going, do the internal. So I'm like, screw it. Put on gloves, grab a scalpel, rib splitters, and I was literally squeezing the heart.
Oh my god!
Staying alive. Whoa. And then we got something resembling. You don't shock asystole, which is a total flatline.
Yeah.
You got that, you're gone, and you're not coming.
Yeah.
That's why
there has to be some kind of a bit.
There has to be some electrical activity. So we shocked them a few times internally. I'm not going to describe the smell.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, we did lose them though.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, you tried your best though.
We tried. We definitely tried. I mean, my God, we worked on that dog for an hour, but
wow.
Something. I don't know why. He was in for a knee surgery.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like a blood clot or anything. You think or no?
Probably. We didn't do a necropsy, so I can't be sure. But I'm thinking he threw a clot.
Yeah. I mean, it's usually those are the they're not really checking those things for dogs. Unfortunately,
we really can't. Yeah. I mean, we can check certain clotting parameters, but nothing that'll tell us if they're going to do that.
Yeah. Right.
I can only imagine the ER being so difficult to kind of see. Like even when we brought the couple years, last year, Harvey to get in, and we didn't know because of the bladder stones or whatnot from it. We were just waiting for results or something of that nature, and a dog got brought in, apparently flopped dead in the car on the way there, and they're like, I just heard the dog thud. Like I was at this hospital. They said you had the O negative, the O blood or whatever for the dog, so you had to bring them here. And then you see it, and you're just like, that's not even my dog, and I'm sad seeing it because the people they're out, and it was unfortunately in the middle of the pandemic.
Oh,
so they couldn't even go inside. So they're outside just bawling, and you just feel bad. And I'm over here for my cat, hoping she's okay in that sense. But I mean, I can't imagine the work that you do with it because you're dealing with you're dealing with animals that can't tell you.
Yeah, that's the hardest part is trying to figure out from what the owner tells you, what the pet's telling you, and it's interesting. It's I love it though. I love what I do. I really actually do, and I'm glad I got out of ER when I did though, because I was burning out so bad. Oh my goodness. But now I do like my GP work, and I do urgent vet relief, which it's literally an urgent vet. It's like they're not open 24 hours. They're only open on weekends and 3 to 11 during the week, and it's great. Like the stuff that's a little bit more complicated or maybe a little bit more rushed.
Yeah.
But it's not like true blue emergencies.
Yeah.
Which is it's nice. It's nice. It fills that need for me, that little,
something else other than just the basic checkup.
Yep. And it's a lot of fun.
You help the pets.
Exactly. Yay. Yeah.
Do you just mostly deal with the basic, like the dog, cat? Do you ever get like the hamster or like a bird or anything of that nature?
No, thank God.
Or a possum.
I know exotic vets and stuff. They're definitely more.
Well, it depends on the job I've had. When I worked at the ER, the 24-hour big ER place, we took care of injured wildlife. So like I have a picture of me somewhere on my phone of me cuddling a bobcat kitten.
Okay.
Oh.
I also have a picture of me cuddling a river otter, little baby river otter.
Oh my goodness.
Jealous.
owls would come in all the time, squirrels would come in all the time, birds, all that sort of stuff.
Love that.
Pet animals, I had to see whatever. At one point, I actually saw it was supposed to be a potbelly pig. Yeah, the fucker weighed 400 pounds.
That's a
Oh, okay. That's a full pig.
A full pig.
Full pig.
Full pig.
They brought it into the ER because I had an ear infection, and I'm like, how do I
figure out the ear infection?
Well, that was the easy part. It's like, okay, yeah, you have an ear infection, but try to deal with a 400-pound piece of livestock. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Thankfully,
I assume you just do the same thing. Like, is it antibiotics and clean it out type situation?
Yeah, pretty much. But knowing what was safe to use in that species was like, oh, I don't know. So I had to do a crap ton of research. Thankfully, I found out a dog bed would work fine. But the job I just left, I had to see the little hamsters and guinea pigs from the store that we shared space with.
Yeah.
Which sucked because they don't treat their animals right. Never do not buy pocket pets from big box stores attached. Don't do it. But the place I'm going is small animal only. I don't have to see exotics, and I'm very happy about that. Because birds like to bite me right in the cuticle, right where the cuticle and the nail meet, in the corner. And that hurts.
Yeah.
And hamsters think my fingers are chew toys. So
yeah.
Guinea pigs I actually don't mind. They're kind of cute and they go squeak and it's adorable.
So cute. That reminds me, because my dog, she had really nasty ear infection and she had a paw infection too.
Oh, poor baby.
She had a double whammy, yeah. So she had she had to get treatment on her paws and her ears, and I had no idea because she has she's a Norwegian elkhound. So she has a sort of brindle, dark coat to her. And I had no idea that the insides of her ears were supposed to be pink. They were almost black before, but I thought that was just the fur coming out of her ears. No, that was all dirt and grime and the part of the infection. So after she got her treatment, her ears are so pink, and I'm like, oh my god, you have pink ears. What? Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Oh, I think we neglected you. Oh my god. Oh.
Hey, at least you got her taken care of.
Yeah.
My goodness. I don't want to scare you guys with crazy, scary stories, but some of the crap that people have done or will do or won't do, and
they just don't know or whatnot. Like when I took Rose for her checkup, she was all like, "You clean her teeth, don't you?" And I said, "Yes, because she's getting older, and I don't really want to put her under anesthesia because I don't know if that's going to affect her or anything of that nature. So I have a little dental kit just for her, and I every so often go in there and scrape her little teeth."
And that's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Most people don't do that.
Yeah,
we should probably do it with our dog.
You guys want a funny story?
Mm-hmm.
I got a really good funny story.
Go for it.
So, and going back to the little exotics. So I was working at the ER, and I was actually working a day shift. I remember that. It was a weekend day shift or whatever. And this mom comes in. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this story or not, but this mom comes in with her daughter, who's probably 12 or 13, and a little boy who's 6, 7, maybe in that vicinity.
Okay.
And the guinea pig, mom said that the guinea pig was seizuring when the daughter was holding it, and then there was vomit on the girl's arm, and I'm like, guinea pigs don't vomit, number one. And rarely do they have seizures, and if they do, they don't usually survive them. Guinea pigs are not exactly hardy creatures. They're a prey item. And prey items tend to die quickly and easily because it's kind of like an off switch, so they don't suffer if they're getting destroyed by a predator.
Yeah, that's
sad.
They're designed to be eaten, so they breed fast and live short.
Exactly. And they tend to be very fragile. So I'm like, okay, it's not a seizure. So let's look at the guinea pig. It's a male guinea pig. I'm like, okay, how old is this guinea pig?
No.
Oh, I just clicked. Yeah, it just clicked for me too. No.
Oh my god. No. The little girl was doing something to it.
I couldn't understand what you just said.
You said the little girl. Not girl. I guess the daughter was older, right?
Well, the mom. There's the mom who's probably around my age, and then the daughter who's 12-ish, and then the son who's 6 or 7-ish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, give me a second, because I'm pretty sure I know what's going on.
Oh god.
go double check my math, the math, make sure that is the age that puberty hits in a male guinea pig, and it was. And I go back in the room and I'm like, how do I explain this to this
first
mom?
off, it's not vomit.
Yeah, because you had to tell the mom before the kids. So I guess so, right?
Unfortunately, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. And what I should have done, the thing is, I was scared to take the mom out of the room because I was afraid the kids were going to freak.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do I explain this to her without the kids kind of clicking on?
I guess you could just say the medical term, or like the actual term, say ejaculated, I guess. Like,
no, because half the time people don't understand if you use the medical terms. They don't know.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Well,
so I had to like tap dance around this. So I'm like, so good news is Fluffy or whatever the thing's name was.
Yeah.
Isn't sick. He's actually totally healthy. He's reached the age of maturity.
Did
I just like stared at Mom. I'm like, please understand what I'm telling you. Please understand what I'm telling you. And all of a sudden it hit, and she's like, oh. She's like, oh my gosh. She's like, she looks at the daughter, he's not allowed on your arm like that again. If he starts doing that again, take him off your arm. She's like, are you sure he's not going to die? I'm like, he's totally fine.
Yeah,
totally fine. I'm like, but it's not safe for him to be on your arm if he's doing that. So if he starts doing that, just take him off and put him on the ground where it's safe.
What do you do at that point? Do you like get it like something to hump, or like?
You just put it back in its cage and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this poor thing's just gonna be humping air.
Pretty much. It's better than molesting the poor girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Apparently he was going to town on her arm.
Yeah, well, having seizures, I mean.
Yeah, I fixed his seizures. I'm like, just don't let him on your arm like that anymore.
Oh my god.
Mom was mortified. She's like, oh god. Oh god.
When that daughter gets older and like puts 2 and 2 together. What that is.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was so funny, that Mom's face. I'll never forget her face. She was just like, ah!
Seizures and vomits.
She mentioned that. I was like, guinea pigs can't vomit. Number 1. Number 2.
They can't vomit.
Yeah, they actually can't. They're like horses. They can't vomit.
Yeah, some animals are like that. It's interesting.
How is that? Like, what? Why? I didn't know that. Why?
It's because of the way their digestive systems are built. Horses and guinea pigs are basically herbivores, and the way they're built, they can't throw up.
Is that the same for cows?
Yeah, I mean, cows can regurgitate cut up into their mouth, but they can't like puke. All they can do is like bring some cut up.
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but there was a video I saw on TikTok, and it was super interesting. This guy, first off, I learned that I was lied to my entire childhood, and cows do not have 4 stomachs. They have a 4-chambered stomach.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
I had no idea.
How many? Oh, I have had to explain that to so many people. Now, I don't do cows. I've never done cows except for like the shit I had to do in school. But so many people think they have 4 stomachs. It's like, no, it's a 4-chambered stomach. It's actually really cool, but it's not 4 separate. So thank you for knowing that and understanding that.
My mind was blown. I was like, I've been lied to my entire life. How dare they do that to me? It's one thing. It's just 4-chambered. Okay. Yeah. So he was explaining. I forgot the exact term for that. The last chamber of their stomach starts with an R.
Reticulum.
Was it? Or
reticulum. If I remember correctly, it's reticulum.
So the steer had like massive amounts of bloat, and he needed to get the gas out. So what the vet did, he took what looked like a pen, and he jabbed it into the side of the steer and let the gas out that way, like a balloon. Yeah. It was so crazy. He
went a troll car.
And then like there was this hole, he unscrewed it, and then once he took it off, it went and it just deflated like a balloon.
What,
you can do that.
Like a needle that they stabbed into the thing so that
like
the air can come out?
Yeah. Into the stomach of the cow. But apparently it's good. Like if you do it right, it's okay.
Is it because like they'll explode internally if
apparently if they get to that point and they can't get rid of the gas, they'll just go out into the field and lay down to die.
It's called Bloat.
Yeah.
It actually also affects dogs.
Okay.
And the procedure is called trocherization, where you take a trocar, which is a large metal tube with a pointy end, and you stab it in, and it helps release the gas. I have actually done that procedure. I couldn't even tell you how many times on dogs with the same condition.
I'll try to find it. I know I
How
like
is that
it.
something that you see? Like it's like the little belly area is just like really, really bloated type thing, and the dog.
Well, in dogs, the condition can be. It's either there's two ways it can happen. It's called one is called simple bloat, where the stomach just fills up with gas, and it's like. In those, most of the time you just you pass the stomach tube and you kind of deflate them that way. But a lot of times it is accompanied by what's called the condition is called gastric dilation and volvulus, where the stomach actually, because it fills up with air, kind of floats a little out of position and it twists on itself, which cuts off the blood supply to part of the stomach and to the spleen because of the way the circulation goes. In those situations, the gas they fill up with gas, but you can't pass the stomach tube because of the twist.
Ooh, okay.
So you have to trocarize them to deflate them, and then you have to take them to surgery.
Okay.
Huh. I thought that was so cool.
I have actually saw that video. I actually saw that video, and it was really cool. Actually, you want to see like a really cool video? Google like a cow abscess video. Those are fun.
Ooh, cow abscess? So I'm not sure.
You're talking about like giant pimple popping videos.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, like I've seen those like on animals where it's just like, here we go, we just cut it in. It's just like, it's like fountains, like pus coming out, and they're just like, okay, let's keep going. Let's get the in there. Like fountains and
I've learned so many things, not from animals, but from like people. Like you know, Dr. Pimple Popper, right?
Yes,
I love her.
God. I've learned.
I watched her before she was on TV, before she had the YouTube channel, because there was this guy that she used to do on his nose, and she like would cut this. It was like she solderized the skin off, and then she would like do all the popping. And I was just like, oh my god, like she was like shaving the nose. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. I forgot what condition he had. It was but I learned what a lipoma is. I had no idea that could be a thing.
Yeah.
Just it's not even a pimple. It's just like a collection of fat cells just sitting there.
Benign fat tumor, actually.
Yeah.
Very common in dogs as well, but people can get them. I actually had one myself once. Had to have it removed, which was scary because I didn't know what it was, and then you took it out. They're like, it was lipoma. I was like, oh, thank God.
And like it's disgusting to me, but it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't want to look away because it's like it's just so fascinating and interesting. Especially the cysts that they find. Like I'm just like, and you see like the skin go around and like like just like adapt, and I'm just like, how does this happen? Like,
cysts are so much fun.
Oh my God.
I love popping crap like that. It's
disgusting
so though. It's fun. It really is, because I mean, dogs can get and cats can get little like sebaceous cysts, and it's just they're a lot of fun to pop, and I love doing like mass removals and stuff like that. It's so much fun.
Azu has one of those, but it hasn't grown. She's had it for years, and we just kind of let it be. They did a quick like little biopsy on it one time.
Yeah, like lipomas,
cancerous, and then it was like it's just there, and you don't have to worry about it. We just let it be.
It's probably a lipoma, and lipomas, honestly, unless they're affecting the quality of life of the pet, I just tell people leave them alone. Now, if they're in a spot where it's like uncomfortable for them to lay down, or it's affecting how they walk, then it's like, you should take that off. But 99% of the time, it's like, just leave it alone. It's a lipoma. It's just fat. Leave it be.
Yeah. That's what we did. We're just like, it's there. Like sometimes when I'm petting her, I feel the bump in there because it's like, it's not on her spine, but it's like right next to like the spine on somewhere on her back. And then I'll I can't help it because I feel the bump and I'll rub it. And she's just like, looks at me. She's like, eh. Like, don't touch that. Like, she's like, why are you touching that type of situation? Like, I go, sorry.
Yeah, I had at my last job, I actually had a client who every time she'd bring her dog in for something, she's like, pop the little pimples, please, because the dog would get like little cysts.
Okay.
And she didn't like them, but she didn't want to spend the money to remove them because they're benign, which, I wouldn't either. But she said, can you just pop them while he's here? Sure.
You're like, I don't bet,
Oh, I love it. It's fun. But yeah, the trocherization, I actually saw that video. And that was a cool video.
Yeah, that was wild. I was so amazed. I was just like, I can't believe this is a thing that people do, that you can do. Like, what? Oh my goodness.
I saw one too. It was actually one of the abscess ones on TikTok, because I love TikTok. Nick and I will sit in the living room and like pebble each other. Have you ever heard of that term, pebbling? Where it's like you share something interesting with someone you care about, just as a way to show them you like care about them.
Hey, I thought
it's like from penguins giving each other pebbles.
Okay.
It's like a ADHD kind of thing. It's like a way of showing you care by like sharing little bits of trivia or little bits of stuff like that to somebody. So he and I will sit there and just do that back and forth like all evening.
Mm-hmm.
And one video I was watching was a big bull. Like this sucker was huge, had an abscess. They poke it, cut it, and it's not flowing real well. The bull like leans back, because these guys are in chutes to kind of contain them for safety.
Yeah.
He leaned himself away from the chute and then slammed the hip that had the abscess on the chute, and it exploded and covered absolutely everything.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Got everyone that was standing there, got the camera. The audio in the background's hilarious because everyone's like,
like screaming at the
and I'm sitting there
and stuff, so it smells.
Oh, it stinks horribly. And I'm sitting there. I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was really interesting to learn the scientific part of it, because I never knew that like cysts and whatnot, they're just an overproduction of skin cells.
Yeah.
And sometimes hair cells. And I'm just like, what? Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
That's just so it's just so interesting, but also like it makes sense. It's very matter of fact. I'm just like, wow, it's disgusting as hell for me, but it's so interesting.
Yeah, it just kind of gets stuck in a pore, can't get out, and then it just goes.
Yeah, it just goes. Also, I've learned on myself that like I have well, I guess I could call them pimples, but like the pores here under my lip, they like if I do that up to a mirror, I can see them. They like kind of like flex out. But if I like try to remove the sebaceous oil, it actually makes it a lot drier. So I've learned that keeping those there, at least just keeping them in check, is actually better for my skin health. And I'm like, oh, okay. So some of them aren't actually bad. You can actually keep them there. So it's like, oh, okay, interesting. So like it just learns so many different things, even though it's like disgusting as hell. So, I'll pop mine, but I'm not gonna pop anyone else's. It's just nope.
Whereas I love it. I'm like, if Nick has something, I'm like, let me pop it. Can I fix it? Let me fix it. Yeah. I'm warped. I know it.
Okay.
I accept it.
No, it's a thing. It's a thing. That's why, I don't know. I think I talked about it. Like, there's the actual little puppet toys and stuff of that nature.
I need to get those for you guys, especially the ones that have the ooze actually come out.
Yeah. I was watching some live, one of the lives of the pin makers, and we were discussing that. And she was bought a bunch of stuff from Wish, and she said one of them was the popping pimple thing, and I was explaining to her how it works, that those pimple popping things, what it is it comes with the pus, but you have to heat it up. And she was like, why do I have to heat it up? And I said, and I said it in the chat, I said, well, you have to heat it up so that you fill it in, and then you let it cool, and then you can pop it. And she was all like, why do you know that? I was like, well, I don't have one, but it's it makes sense, because you have to much like a
sense.
What I would say like fat oil and things of that nature, like when you're doing grease and stuff, when it's you do bacon, and when you heat it up, it's oil, and then you can whatever, and then it gets
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting for you. I know what.
Yeah. I'll do it on stream. I was like, okay. Look at that.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for you, Amber. Just for you.
It's like, ooh.
I think I've told you guys about mango worms before, haven't I?
What?
Wait, are those? I know the ones where something it bends in the skin, and then have to peel the layer of skin and then pop them off, and it's you have holes all in your skin. Is that similar to that?
Excuse me?
Mango worms.
What?
Have I not?
No.
Okay. Go to YouTube and Google mango worm removal.
I'll do this after the show because if I do it now, I think you'll lose me.
I'll look it up. I'll do it. Mango worm remove. Oh, the first thing is on there. 2021.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That's it. That's it. That's the very thing that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do it after the show so I can retch in peace.
It's literally they burrow in the skin and you're popping them out.
Like bot flies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Oh,
so
these poor babies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, these poor babies. Just seeing them all.
Thankfully, we do not have those in America. We have Cuterebra, like bot fly, and I've taken those out of pets before, but usually it's like 1 or 2. It's not like 1,000 like those videos.
Like some of these are just so horrible. Like how do they get so bad?
They burrow in. If the animal's laying on the ground, they'll burrow in from the ground into their skin. Happens to people's feet too.
That's why I said I've seen it with feet, with it in that sense, and then they just get fat feeding off of it, and then that's when they have to get removed. Oh, these poor things.
I will continue to wear shoes. Nope.
Oh, these poor babies.
No barefoot for me. So no. Oh my god.
Yeah, don't look it up. You'll be very sad because you look at them and then you look at their little faces, and their little faces look so sad.
They're also sedated in those videos.
Oh, okay.
They're drugged. I can tell by looking at them. They're drugged.
In contrast, you should look up dogs' mouths when they try to eat bumblebees or wasps.
Oh yeah, and they're little.
Spicy sky raisins.
Spicy sky raisins.
Yeah,
that's what a lot of people call them. Flies are sky raisins. If they have a sting, they're spicy sky raisins.
I feel so sad for them, but it's also so funny because they just poof out. Like, oh, poor baby.
Oh, I should hold on. If I can find it, talk amongst yourselves for a second because it'll take me a second to see if I can find it.
Okay.
But I have a great photo if I can find it.
With this, oh my god, I was just looking at some were coming up with like this, so I scrolled down a little bit more. One of the ones is like it's in the dog's vagina. Oh my god.
No.
No.
That poor dog.
Makes me so sad. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's in their eyeballs. Oh my god. Okay, I need to stop.
Maybe I shouldn't look at this.
No, don't. don't. I'm gonna have nightmares. I can't sleep tonight. I'm gonna be like this the rest of the night.
I'm so sorry.
No, but what you are doing is exactly what I was imagining. Is what I've seen before, and it just makes me so sad that thing exists. Not just for the dogs, but for humans too. Doing it, like anyone who has to suffer that's just gotta.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
I cannot. I'm still looking, but I have a great photo.
Well, meanwhile, that also reminds me because along with the pimple popping videos, there's also some people who are like. There are people who have like extreme dandruff. I forgot what the condition's called, but I'll see people take combs through people's hair, and you'll see it looks like a full layer of their scalp just comes off. Oh, baby!
Yeah. I'll make it bigger. Oh, sorry, switch it. There we go.
Oh, poor doggo.
Little eyes are all poofy.
Yep. A little bit of Benadryl. He felt a lot better.
Poor babies.
Actually, a lot of Benadryl, but he felt a lot better.
But yeah, there is now through those dandruff videos, like people just I don't know how you'd let it get that bad, where you could just literally take off like sheets of dandruff from your scalp, which is disgusting.
That's horrible.
I know.
How do you let yourself get to?
I don't know, but
people
I learned that
lots of things. Things.
But dandruff is actually caused by a fungus.
Really?
It's not a skin condition. Not usually. It's caused by a fungus. And I actually, because I've struggled with dandruff my entire life, I got Nizoral, which is an antifungal shampoo. It's specifically for killing fungus. And my husband actually told me something really useful about it too, is that usually when it comes to shampoo, you just you just scrub it in and then you wash it out immediately. Not with the anti-dandruff stuff. You're supposed to leave it in for like 5 to 10 minutes and then wash it out. I'm like, I never knew this. 29 years of life, and I never knew. Like, what? So I started doing that, and it looks a lot better. I still have some dandruff because, I'm human, and that just happens. But it's helped out so much. And you can actually use it on your face, too, because those little, like, super teeny bumps that you think are zits that you get on your forehead, that's the same thing. It's a fungus. So you can actually use a little bit of that anti-dandruff shampoo and put it on your face like a mask and wash it off, and it'll get rid of that.
Nice.
I never knew that before. Yeah, I was just like, what? Fungus?
The more you know.
I know, right? It's
exactly.
Gross, but educational. It happens. The world's gross. People are gross. Things are gross.
Amen to that. That's why I wanted to vet med. I didn't want to touch people. People are gross. I mean, I'm from a family of RNs, but I'm like, people are gross. I'd rather go play with animals.
They can be. They can be.
Have you smelled like any type of human waste? It's disgusting. Can you imagine? No. No. I feel sorry for people who have to,
fun enough for that.
Oh, right. I feel sorry for anyone who has to work with like sewage or like just treatment, like water treatment, sewage treatment plants. I feel sorry for those people.
Yeah.
They get paid very well,
so many smells. I'd hope so. My God, you have to deal with literal shit day in and day out. Yeah. So it's a shitty job, no pun intended. Oh God, that reminds me. You remember Dirty Jobs, right?
Oh, I love that show. That was awesome.
Because now Discovery Plus is a thing, so it's on there. My parents have it, so I watched like a few of them. It's like, I remember Mike Rowe in Dirty Jobs. I love his voice. Yeah, this is cool. And I forgot, like one of the earlier episodes he did, he was it was sewage. This guy was cleaning out and emptying people's what are they called?
Septic tank?
Yes, they're septic tanks, and they're like these basically massive tanks that are just under their yards, and I'm just I can't imagine the smell. Can you imagine the smell? Like,
no, thank you.
Everything, not just pee and poo, but everything else that goes down the toilet, and God knows what else.
And not only that, is fermenting and stuff of that nature. It's not just pee and poo; it's fermenting pee and poo and what it's doing. Because
they take it out when it gets full, not like a periodic thing. Just when it gets full.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I would imagine, yes, the smell is bad. I would think that over time, it's just a smell that they are used to. I'm sure it's still difficult for them, but it's not as bad. It's the same thing with like coroners and things of that nature that, I had a coworker once that his stepdad was a coroner, and sometimes he would need to go along on jobs with him and stuff, and it's like, to pick up the dead bodies and things of that nature, and he's like, sometimes the smell is just like, I don't know how he does it on a daily basis, because the dead bodies does definitely have like a smell to it, and it's like one of those like, if it's your job, you just acknowledge that's the smell. Doesn't mean it's good. You just kind of like already like you're prepared for what it is and smelling it. He says like you never would.
Yeah, I did some necropsy rotations. You have to do one in school, and then for a couple of my electives, I actually did a couple of pathology rotations. So I went to a state lab and did help do not necropsies, which is autopsies but on animals. It's called necropsies instead. And the smell, like the first day, it's just kind of like, okay, that's what that smells like. And then you just kind of put it aside. You just kind of shut it out. But I will say there was one day everyone broke.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Gross story, but funny.
Go for it.
Okay.
So this is summer, high summer in Pennsylvania. So hot, humid, sticky.
Gross.
And farmers could bring their animals to the lab and drop them off for necropsy. There was like a way to do it. And so we come in on a Monday morning, and this pig had been dropped off, and the report was that the farmer found it dead in the field.
Okay.
He assumed it was fresh dead and wanted to know what was going on. Okay. We opened the cooler, and this thing was green and bloated.
Oh,
And it was one of those, like, if we touched it, it was going to go kablooey.
Oh my goodness.
God.
That means it's already been decomposing for a while. How do you even get it in?
I have no idea. Because this was a cooler, so it was, like, kept cold,
Yeah.
No, this thing was dead and rotting in the summer heat for God knows how long.
Oh, God.
The pathologist was like, "We're not touching that pig. It goes straight to render. Like, goodbye."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, thank God," because I just could foresee, and the smell.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, the pathologist backed off from the smell.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know it stinks if the pathologist takes 3 big steps back.
Yeah.
Jesus, man. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it was insane.
Vile.
And this is 16, almost 17 years ago, and I can still remember the smell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
I can still picture the pig. I can still remember that smell. It's like, oh, yeah,
It's not good.
not so much. It definitely has a very particular smell to it, which honestly isn't horrible most of the time, unless it's been like festering for a bit. Then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a reason why we have that type of response. Is our body telling us just stay away. Stay away.
Yeah,
Bad
we're
things
not
are in
supposed
there.
to be. Yeah, we're not supposed to technically be playing with or messing with or whatnot, any of that. But of course, there's disposing it because of health issues. Can't just leave it around.
Yeah, not so
Right.
much.
Well, on
Man,
that note, is there anything else?
Man, we went off the rails, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna end that.
No
Probably
problem.
good.
Well, we're getting close enough to the night. We can do like wrap ups or whatnot, unless you want to add anything beforehand. Okay, so put that.
I'll do a shout out. Yeah, sorry. So the shawl I showed the really fiery one. This one. Oh, hang on. I'm holding it up right. Here we go. That one. Yay. So this yarn right here, I just want to shout out this supplier. They're super nice. I think they're in Wisconsin. They're black cat fibers. They have the little it's from the skein. Hello.
Okay.
So there's their website down there, blackcatfibers.com, and it's a gorgeous yarn. It's 100% wool, and I have like some of it tied up here. It's really pretty, and it was so cool because the name of the skein, it was the Eye of Sauron. So
okay.
So it was like it's all black and red and orangey and yellow. So, and they have all kinds of different colors. So yeah, it was expensive, but it was really nice, really good quality yarn. So I can see this type of yarn lasting for quite a while. So there's my shout out. You can go ahead.
Okay.
And there's me. I also do what you just saw. I crochet and knit. I'm also a freelance illustrator / designer. I'm full on commissions at the moment, but I can still take them. You'll just be put on the waiting list. So if you want to hit me up about that, feel free. Follow me on all the socials in the meantime. And there's also my shop. Please check out my things. And they're amazing. I have a bunch of cute little designs. And there's my email if you want to just email me directly. I don't care.
You also have the Nurse Has Spoken podcast every Thursday. They upload up in the morning, so you can follow up with them. And I think they started doing their Saturday night meetups again, correct? I think, Kate, you mentioned a couple of times that Nick was on them and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think they are doing those again.
Yep. So follow them up on Saturday nights too if you want to chat with them live. There's also Shelf Gravy. There we go. Shelf Gravy every other Wednesday. They do props and dioramas and answer questions and all that jazz of how to make things look pretty on your shelves. And thus, Shelf Gravy. Yeah. Also, our shout out to Dust and his new album that is out on wherever music is available to listen. He makes our intro outro music, so please give him a follow and a listen.
Yes.
Of course, you can follow us on various social medias as well. So if you want to reach out, ask us a question or a topic idea to go over, so please feel free to reach out to us. Kate, have anything that you want to shout out?
No. Sorry, no.
Sorry, no problem. Outside of that, we hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the Thursday, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 Maybe. There we go.